Kevin Trudeau, the controversial infomercial pitchman, has a lot of problems these days. He's got a lot of disciples, but probably even more that are ticked off at him. His latest problem is a $37.6 million federal lawsuit that, if unpaid, could land him in jail. And his latest project is GIN, the Global Information Network. Abe Husein of Kansas City is a former GIN member, and he's not exactly pleased with how the organization is run.
There's no way you can reach the level called platinum status when it's in the club, which is reaching a certain affiliate level that you could reach in the club. And they say if you want to get to that level, you have to buy this amount of tools, and you have to do this, this, and this. And it's just a massive amount of money, because each time you think, okay, I just upgraded to the next level, because each level is more and more money. Like, I'll just go with that real quick. Level 1 is $1,000, level 2 is $1,500, level 3 is $1,500, level 4 is $3,000, then the upgrade to level 5 is $10,000, then level 6 is $25,000 to upgrade. I mean, this is serious money that people are paying just to get this quote-unquote secret information. And it's never going to be enough. And now he's trying to come out with this new level 7. He's probably going to charge like 50 grand people. And so it's like you'll never. He's always pressuring you to. Every speaker is always pressuring you to upgrade, 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 upgrade. It's like a status in the club. It's if you're just a level 1, you're like a nobody.
So you've really been on a GIN crusade. Has it been successful?
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing started with when I was really involved with GIN, and they had this promotion. They had this thing called the Platinum Bonus Promotion, where basically if you reach the level I was talking about called Platinum, where you get a certain amount of members in your downline, they call it, to where you basically get a certain amount of members to join GIN under your name, basically. Then you reach a level called Platinum. Then you get the bonus. They call it the. You get basically they took 2% of the whole revenue of GIN, and they're gonna divide that by all the platinums. If you reach platinum by the end of 2011, that was the whole year of 2011 was the promotion they had going. They gave you a year to reach platinum status, and if you reach platinum status by the end of the year 2011, then you would get 2% of the whole company for the next 5 years. And that's why GIN grew so big, is because of that promotion. Because I posted audio of Kevin himself saying that the bonus is going to be at least $50,000 to $60,000 a month. I mean, they had Chris McGarrahan and other speakers telling you that it's going to be, tens of thousands of dollars a month as promotion. So basically, you're saying that if you reach platinum, you will become a millionaire, like an overnight millionaire, basically. I know it seems kind of hard to believe, kind of too good to be true, but people want to believe good things. I don't think nothing wrong with that. Is somebody's telling you that you believe, that has the man of the word, and telling you something's going to be this amount of money, then you would believe he's a man of his word. So, but basically, when it came time to pay out the platinum bonus, I reached that level in the company, and
it cost a lot of money to get to where you were.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it cost. I had to buy tools, about almost $7,000 worth of tools, and going to events and going to, talking to people. I joined several different marketing companies or marketing groups, and the cost of going out to dinners, groups, stuff like that. Spent almost $30,000 total in the club, and when I found out what hit home for me basically is when it came time to pay out the bonus. For one, they were late, over 3 months late in paying the bonus, and then the first check was only $200. So I just don't know how it goes from being $60,000 to $200 a month. And they made every excuse in the book about, there was over projections and too many platinums. But then a few months later, there was 600 platinums that made the cut, basically, and they were saying they only predicted it to be a little over 100. So that's why the bonus was so small, because they had to split it between all the platinums. So I was like, okay, I might believe that. But then a few months later, the platinums dropped down to just a little over 100, and the bonus was still only 300. It was like $352 a month. So it's still, the numbers just don't add up. So that's when I really found out, okay, this is all based on lies, and nothing this guy says is true. So that's when I started, and I started posting about. All I did is post simple stuff on Facebook. Is how come the bonus is so small, and does anybody else have any questions about this? And that's when it started to get a massive feedback, a lot of support saying, yeah, we agree with you. Why is the bonus so small, and why are these things going on in GIN when it's supposed to be a legit company? And that's when I got a call from Dean Andrews, at the time was the director of operations for GIN. He called me and basically told me to delete my Facebook posts or I'll get kicked out of GIN. So I was like, why?
So Kevin wants First Amendment rights, but he doesn't want to afford them to you.
Exactly. GIN is the biggest censorship I've ever seen. I mean, they got.
Is it a cult?
Oh, it's definitely a cult. I mean, it's like if you look at Scientology, and the whole basis of GIN is it's a cult mentality. They make you think where GIN is your family, and if you leave GIN, like everybody's you think everybody's your friends and your family in GIN, but if you decide to leave GIN and go off on your own and say I don't believe what this guy's saying anymore, they just totally like shun you basically and just totally like think you're a negative person. They call you and this the whole mentality is that Kevin Trudeau knows all, and if whatever he says is God, and if you don't believe him, then you're going to hell, basically.
You've referred to this as a Ponzi scheme. How so?
I mean, the definition of a Ponzi scheme basically is when you paying for something. It's a company that's using the new money to pay out the old money, and there is no real product, really. I mean, if you look at GIN, that's a real controversial question. There is no really product because you join it and you're really just joining to get the audios on this website. There's no really tangible product. I mean, but the basis of it being a Ponzi scheme, in my opinion, was because they're using the new money to pay out the old money. And perfect examples of this would be they have several promotions that they never deliver on. They had a promotion they did in 2010 where if you stayed in GIN for 2 years and went to at least one event, then at the end of 2 years you would get $10,000 cash right then and there. And basically we're a year later into it, and they still haven't paid people that are owed that $10,000 and they didn't start paying it out till about 5 months after the due date. They started slowly paying just a few people at a time, and it wasn't until they came out with the level 6 where people paid $25,000 a piece to upgrade. And they had about, I think it was 82 people upgrade to level 6 at one time. So that's a pretty large sum of money to come up with at one time. And that's when they started paying out just a few handful of people at $10,000 promotion. So basically they were using that new money to pay out the old money to satisfy their old promotions. And that's the perfect example of a Ponzi scheme.
So you went to court to Chicago when the FTC had Kevin Trudeau in court. What did the court documents prove, in your opinion? Yeah,
I mean, these documents were, I don't know how the government got this information, but then again, this is Big Brother.
It's the government.
It's the government, so they uncovered everything. Basically, 99% of what Kevin Trudeau told the GIN members is lies. I mean, he told that GIN was founded by 29 billionaires, which is proved to be false because the documents prove that himself and his attorney, Mark Lane, started GIN in 2008. I mean, they were showing email communication of them saying, we got to start this GIN thing. How can we get off the ground, and we got to get these bank accounts going. And they proved that his wife owns GIN on paper when she's just some film student, this young girl film student. She has no idea what's going on in GIN.
Natalia Benko?
Yeah, I call her Natalie Barbecue for short because her last name's kind of hard to pronounce, so I just call her Natalie Barbecue. So they proved that there is no GIN council. They proved that his wife owns it on paper, and they proved that Kevin Trudeau stated several times that he didn't start GIN to become personally enriched. He didn't start it to make money. It's a foundation. He even said several times he doesn't make money from GIN. He doesn't make a salary, and he's not here to personally enrich him. But yet the documents show over $12 million of GIN's money going to his personal accounts. I mean, they show over $2 million in his American Express card. I think it's another $4 million roughly on his legal bills. They another couple million on his escrow. They paid his rent. They paid I've showed his credit card statements where all this money going from GIN accounts to he's buying cigars, rugs,
lingerie.
There's one in his adult store. Him and his wife spent a couple thousand there. I don't know how you spend a couple thousand in an adult store, but it's basically proved everything he said is lies. And it's just like the documents prove that it's all lies and that it's all it's everything he says is not true. That's why it's funny because it's just kind of gave me that extra. I already knew it was based on lies, but it's kind of rare where you have a company and you having the government kind of going into the middle of it, exposing it, all this stuff that's going on. You know, a lot of Ponzi schemes out there that you really kind of had. It's hard to prove that kind of what they're saying is false. But this is clear night. I mean, it's clear evidence that what he's saying is false. What Kevin Trudeau is saying and what GIN is based upon is all false and misleading information. I mean, it's and I'm just surprised that Kevin Trudeau is supposed to be this smart man that knows all about the government, that can talk about anything. Yeah, but yet he has email communication between his attorneys and his staff members telling him that we need to hide money from the FTC, we need to put our money overseas, can't let the money can't let the government get our money. Like even I would know not to write emails like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, so. But just kind of shows that
His arrogance.
His arrogance, exactly. He thinks that he's unstoppable, and he's just writing emails, and